Okay, Kathy, I am going to make up my face today using the exact colors I recommended for you, placing them how I would recommend you do it. Keep in mind, there's millions of ways you can do your makeup, but this is just a way I find very simple. I love the smudge brush. It's my favorite brush for application rather than using my fingers for this initial step, but I'm using the contour color Ash, placing it on the cheekbones, jawline, or underneath the jawline. I like to add a little bit under my bottom lip. This is optional. Well, everything's optional. Down the center, not the center, down the sides of the top of my nose. People get confused though. They think that you're putting it over here. You're actually putting it on the top of your nose. The closer together the lines, the narrower the nose. Okay, I am not sure if your brightening color was Sunlit or if it was Aura, or maybe none of the above, but the lighting made it look very yellow. And if it's Sunlit, actually, I think that would be perfect for your inner corner of your eye right here, because yellow cancels out purple. So, sort of optional in this area. I'm gonna go ahead and use it there, but I don't think I would like this color in this portion of the face. Just an opinion, you do what feels good to you. Here's where I would either use one of these two colors. This is Linen, so it's up to you. If you like there to be a big difference between your brightening and your main color, then go for Linen. If you would rather it be a subtle change, then go for White Peach. I will show you the Linen, the more shocking, if you will, contrast color. This is Linen, going down the center of my nose. I'm doing sort of an exclamation point on my nose, right here under my nose and on my chin. Now for the candle lit. And of course, you know, you just put this wherever's left. All right, I just grabbed a brush that's pretty dirty, so you know about this. And I really hope that you will reach out to customer service. If not, after you order, I certainly will. But I need the order number if you don't mind. And I'm sure you know how to blend. But I'm not swiping. I'm pressing it into my skin. I do like to change out brushes for this point, but it's totally optional. I love the detail brush for contour. I am pushing it up to my hairline. I'm going upward on the cheekbones. You don't want to drag it downward until you get here. And then you do want to drag it downward. But I love this brush for the sides of the nose. And let me show you my suggestions for your lip cheeks. Please know this is optional. You buy what you like. This is the color Nude. And at first, I'll be honest, I didn't like it. It's sort of grown on me. I am going to have to pause and line my lips. I've learned that just using my finger without lining them is sort of a disaster. I just grabbed the first lip pencil I could find. It is a little bit berry, but doesn't really matter. I'm going to cover it up. Okay, I'm just bouncing around here. Gonna get this nude cheek color in, and I'm kind of dragging it up my temples. Now I will use my finger. This is the color Black Cherry, and it looks super scary, but watch. I just think it's the most beautiful color ever. And if you don't agree, it will not hurt my feelings. I still have some left over on my finger, so I'm just gonna use it here too. Okay, moving on to eyes. Okay, I had recommended this light color, Valencia, as sort of an all over, maybe concentrating more on the crease area. But going ahead and putting it all over, covering up any veins or anything that I have going on here. Now I'm going to flip to the smaller end and I am going to dip into butterscotch, just sort of a warm brown. And I am going to close my eye for a second and get right on the crease and do a sideways V. I'm actually slightly above my crease. And then I am going to come down underneath. And then I'm going to go back to the fluffy side and do little circles just to kind of blend it in. Make it a little more seamless. Tapping off excess. I should have been doing that all along. And I already see I messed up and went out too far, but that's okay. I can clean it up. And I had suggested either Soulmate, or if you wanted to really be a little bit more dramatic, Blondie. I have a feeling you'll probably want Soulmate. I'll do one eye with Soulmate and one eye with Blondie. How about that? I'm just using my ring finger here and I'm just gonna pat like that. This is Blondie and she packs a much bigger punch. I'm gonna use my pinky so I don't have the residue from Soulmate. See that? Now, I really don't want the shimmer to come above the crease, but I'm just gonna make sure I blended that. So if there is any shimmer above the crease, I'm kind of getting rid of it. I'm just gonna go back to my candle lit here. Voila. In case you wanted to fill in your eyebrows with your ash contour, a brush like this would be good, an angled brush. Tap into it. And this is hard for me to see. Well, I got to figure out my points first. Okay, right here, the high point being here, and the tail going out there. Anyway, I just make little up and down strokes like to mimic hairs, going up and down to about this point, and then hair grows more sideways here. Next, I'm going to add mascara. I'm not going to put you through watching me do that. So I decided throughout the process of cleaning up my mascara, I needed to add more butterscotch because I had to use a Q-tip to get my mascara off and I wiped off too much of it. Okay, I'm better. So I am using a little perfector sponge here. Anyone will do, Amazon, Walmart, just to kind of press in and make sure there's no texture left here. So I think I'm good to go, but if I wanted to add 2 more finishing touches, I would dip into this illuminator called Angel, and I would just use my finger for this and just sort of rub it in the top part of my cheek. I think I might even add it to the center of my lips. I don't normally do this on a regular basis, but some people also like to go down the center of their nose. Totally personal preference. And for the very last thing, this completely optional. This is Bella bronzer, and you want to use a very light hand. Otherwise, I don't know. I've used too much and it's totally messed up my coloring where my face didn't match my neck anymore. But just a little bit there. And I'm going in buffing circles here to blend it in just to give a little bit more color and dimension of a glow. So what my goal is to not be one solid color, but to have a variation of colors, because our skin has a variation of colors. That's how we look 3D and not like an avatar. So I had brightened through the center, color corrected here and here, did my all over color, of course, did my contours, the shadows, but then added a little warmness right here across my forehead and there to look like I've been out in the sun. So that's it. I hope this helps. Thank you so much.